There's quite possibly nothing that will wake you up like a sleeper cell agent than hearing the words, "This is Miyamoto," on twitter.com at 6:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. This morning we got the blockbuster news of the castings for the Legend of Zelda movie, coming out now on May 7th, 2027. It's got pushed back just a little bit, but we finally have the actors for Link and Zelda. In a tweet, Miyamoto said, "I am pleased to announce that for the live-action film of The Legend of Zelda, Zelda will be played by Bo Bragason and Link by Benjamin Evan Ainsworth. I'm very much looking forward to seeing both of them on the big screen." This is very exciting for me because I was very, very adamant that I did not want these to be established actors. I did not want these to be big Hollywood names. Because I feel like there's a lot of issues that come with that, not the least of which of just being able to suspend your disbelief of who you're looking at on the screen. But having two relatively unknown actors who don't have a huge pedigree underneath their belt, for one, is going to do so much to establish these actors as those characters. We're going to be able to look at Bo Bragason and say, that's Zelda. We're going to be able to look at Benjamin Evan Ainsworth and say, that's Link. And for me, I didn't really have a lot of there was a ton of big fan castings that people wanted to do. Hunter Schafer was a big one. People memed about Tom Holland. But I saw a ton of different, fan casts out there for what people wanted these characters to be, or who they wanted these characters to be portrayed by. For me, I think these guys have the look. I think they, especially Benjamin, looks like a young Link. I think a large part of what this casting is going to hinge on is which game is being adapted from. If we're looking at something like an Ocarina of Time, which I would assume is probably it's probably the strongest candidate for what they're doing, because it's probably the most popular option outside of Breath of the Wild or, Tears of the Kingdom or something like that. But he has the look of like a younger Link. And, even looking at the image that that Nintendo shared this morning, they kind of have a little bit of, some Zelda and Link garb to them. Benjamin looks like he's in a tunic of sorts, and, Bo has this, this blue shirt on, this blue blouse, which is, very synonymous with Princess Zelda. Blue is, especially in the, Switch post Breath of the Wild world, blue is her color. Blue has long been established as the color for the Triforce of Wisdom anyway, so, it makes sense. That's a no-brainer. But this image looks to be a screen test to me. I think it's, not really anything mind-blowing about it, but it's just an idea of what the movie potentially could look like. I've recently went back and watched 2 of the 3 Maze Runner films. Those are directed by Wes Ball. The War for the Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, whatever Apes movie he directed. I'm hoping it's on the airplane when I'm flying to LA next week, because that'll be an easy watch then, and I can knock it out that way. But I will say I was, not extremely impressed with what was going on in the Maze Runner in those first 2 films that I saw. And I get those were kind of like the very beginning of his directorial debuts and everything. First Maze Runner kind of had the sauce a little bit. So I feel like, if we kind of get some vibes similar to that for the Zelda movie, just from how the movies looked, I think they'll look fine, but I had some issues with just the pacing and overall narrative that was being presented. Hopefully, the Zelda movie will be a lot more entertaining and have better pacing and be more engaging than those films are. But yeah, I'm excited about this. I think these are going to be wonderful actors. I'm going to have to go back and watch some of the stuff that they've been in. There's a ton of great videos out there of people covering what they've acted in already. I'm going to post a link to Nehru's video that he just uploaded, that he's going over what films and TV shows and stuff that they've been a part of, and you guys should go check that out and give that a watch, and that way you know what these guys have been in. But yeah, I'm excited. This is great news for me, because I didn't want to see an actor I'd ever seen before, and this is honestly the best case scenario for me. So let me know what you guys think. Are you guys excited by these casting choices? And what do you think about the actors that are going to be playing Link and Zelda? That's going to do it, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. And until next time, we'll see you in the next one.